Hello and welcome to the channel. Long time no see. I haven't put anything out for a little while. I have been a little bit busy with a few things, but today is service day. My Tiger 900 GT Pro is in for its circa 20,000 kilometer service, a big one with a big expense. I do know bare minimum it's going to cost $1,156 Australian. And that's expensive. But apparently they have a kit to swap things out. They'll obviously do the oils, filters, they will check the pistons, spark plugs, everything electronic, I believe. So it takes a long time to do a big service, so hence a big bill. Now if you did see the last video several moons ago, you will recall that I am actually also going to give you some update to how the service went. So the bike was complaining a little bit on the front disc or the front wheel, so when I would just slow maneuver, the actual bike at the front would groan, the wheel or something is groaning, so it doesn't sound too great. So they're going to check that out. Also they'll also be checking out the connectivity, because I've had issues with it. They'll also be checking out that's it. Just the two things. I was thinking there was a third thing to check on. So whilst the bike is in for its service, I just thought I'd have a little tootle out on the courtesy bike. Maybe those who are eagle-eyed might know which bike I am actually riding. It certainly sounds different to mine. It's most definitely lower down. There you go, that's the tone. If you hear that over the wind, it's a very windy day. So the bike what I have for a loan is a Triumph Speed Twin. It's a bit of a thumper, as they say. I want to turn right here. Can I turn right? I think I can. The Triumph with a modern Speed Twin, I think it comes in a 900 and 1200 variation. I have not a clue what this is. I don't know if it's the 900 or the 1200. I don't know much about these Speed Twins. It's a very comfortable ride. This is not a review by any means. So far I've ridden it from the dealership to my home, and then from home to present time of riding. But it's very feels very solid on the road, very comfortable. Let's just pop down here. It does thump along, but it just feels a really nice, comfortable bike to ride. I'm not a speed merchant, so those who watch my videos know that I don't do anything excessive. I just like to cruise along on whatever bike I am riding. The clutch is very sweet, it's nice changing gears. There's no shift assist on this. Maybe it's an extra, I don't know. It's purely all manual for the gear changing. It sounds alright. It's very low down actually. I assume everything on this bike is stock. So the seats, I believe, would just be the standard seat. Whether you can have that raised or not, I don't know. For people who are not of taller stature, then this would be very good for anyone who, what sort of height wise, let's say about 5'7", 5'8". I'm not sure what that is in centimeters. Maybe 170-ish, 165, 170, something like that maybe. But quite low down for me. I am not quite 6 foot tall. I'm 180 centimeters tall, I believe, coming out at 5 foot 11 inches. So very easy to swing your leg over, as they say. I will stop in a short while. We'll have a little look at this bike, and then I will close off the first part of this vlog to then open the next segment, hopefully on my Tiger, and I'll let you know what they've done, and I'll let you know how much it cost. There was a third thing actually. The back wheel, when I pressed the rear brake, it did squeal a little bit, so some attention to be spent there as well. Anyone new to the channel may not know where I am. I live in Perth, Western Australia. To the left of me is the Indian Ocean. I am riding north on the West Coast Highway. It's not a bad place to live. I think current temperature is about 26 degrees today, or the top was about 26, maybe it's about 24 presently. I'll have a look and see if the bike has information on that. No, is the answer. And one thing I have realised, on my Tiger I do have self-cancelling indicators, and I think I've picked myself up at least 3 times so far with keeping the indicator on. I'm used to self-cancelling indicators, so after 65 meters, bosh, it's off. This bike doesn't have self-cancelling indicators. At a guess, I would plump that this is the 900. It doesn't feel as grunty and as earthy as maybe a 1200 maybe. I haven't ridden either of these bikes before, so it is completely new to me. Something I have noticed on this bike, I don't know how old this bike is. It must be maybe a year old, maybe longer. And the tank is black, and I'm not sure if it's matte black, but either way it is showing scratches, so the paintwork doesn't seem too durable. So for anyone looking to maybe buying one of these, again, this is not a review, but if anyone looking to buy one of these, I can report that the tank does scratch. Granted, this is a lone bike, so it'll have multiple people riding and maybe not everybody taking care of it. What a beautiful day. How do? Alright, we'll have the bike parked up and we'll take a look around it. So there we have it. Street Twin Triumph. I am quietly confident actually that this is a 900 for 2 reasons. One, it's not that powerful as such. I'm not a big power speed merchant, but it's very easy accelerating, steady away. And there's a badge. It's a Bonneville 900 actually, so it's a Triumph Street Twin Bonneville 900. I think it's NY as well on there, on that badge. A very comfortable bike to ride. I haven't obviously ridden it for a length of time, but it is very comfortable riding. Like that. It's needs a clean. It looks like it's rusting. Look at this here. So again, not a review, but just showing you how one of these bikes look after a wee while of being from brand use there. Paintwork on that matte, I think it is a matte finish there, at least a satin. Do you get satin finishes on bikes? Not sure, but I have noticed a scratch there, and again a few more scratches around. Needs a clean, but it's just a loan bike, but I don't mind it. Nice little finish to the headlamp here with the Triumph logo in the middle. Not sure how much these cost. Probably circa 20 grand. One thing I have noticed is the kickstand. Putting it back's okay, but then finding it, you can't quite do it with your heel because of the foot peg, but you've got to go more with your toe to get the side stand down, and it does slide a bit more once it seats. When the first time I put this down on its stand, it's very unnerving because it does slide a little bit. I thought I was going to drop the bike. I actually have some news as well. Let me just get round here before I expand. On the news, that is. Please stay tuned to the channel because I have a little mini road trip coming up with a friend of mine. We're going to be heading south of Perth to Donnybrook, a town called Donnybrook, and from there we're going to ride around over a long weekend around the Margaret River region as well, and then on the Sunday we're going to head north and back home. So we're having Friday night, Saturday night in Donnybrook, riding around there, and then heading back on Sunday back to Perth. So there will be some footage of that. First actual road trip away, I think, regarding the Naked Bikers. So that road trip will be coming very soon, so please stay tuned for that one. Something different, something new. Okay, well, I won't bore you with the journey back home. It's pretty much the same way I've come. The next time you see me, hopefully, is on my bike, the Tiger. So, ta-ta for now. And welcome aboard the Tiger. Yes, picked up the bike and all is good. A load of checks done on the bike, as you'd expect on a 20,000 kilometre service. It's had all its fluids replaced, filters, brakes tested and checked, loads of electrics tested and checked, and everything is fine. They gave me a test list and green ticks everywhere, so it's got a clean bill of health and the bike is doing very well. They also downloaded a load of updates for the ECU, for the computer system on the bike, so everything's up to date with that as well. So the bike should be running perfectly. It feels good. The brakes were squealing a little bit, so the rear brake was squealing and it still squeals. They weren't able to rectify that, apart from possibly changing the brake pads. Like I mentioned, the brakes were all good. you may hear the little squealing noise in the background. But apparently there's about 10,000 more kilometres on the brake pads on both front and back, so I may as well leave them. I will put up with the squealing brakes. And the actual front of the wheel, that groaning noise, I did have a discussion with them about that, and they couldn't find anything wrong with it, which I was really surprised with, and they couldn't hear the noise. So when I've collected the bike, I have tried to replicate that noise by just backing my bike into the garage, and no noise. So that seems to have fixed itself. So the cost was as quoted, so there was no additional work to be carried out. So it was a total of 1156 Australian dollars, which I still think is quite expensive. Predominantly all for labour. I think it's pretty much $400 in parts and approximately $700 in labour. Still very blustery, extremely windy. I have put my neck buff on for this second part of the video, hoping that it will cut out some of that horrible wind. I've nothing really further to add to it, to tell you the truth. The bike seems to be running very well, albeit I've had limited riding on it, but she sounds good, running well, and well, it was running well and sounded good before, so I can't say I've noticed a marked difference. So it's been looked after, had a very good service, all in preparation now and ready for the trip down south. So please do stay tuned for that one. That's coming very soon. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, because you won't miss any notifications of any new updates to the channel. And by doing that, just make sure you click on the notifications on that bell that you want to have all notifications, and that way then you won't miss anything. I'd like to think that we have a few more subscribers by the time that little tour video comes out. So if you've been considering subscribing, completely free of course, then please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you will get our updated videos that way. If you know anybody who likes these sort of videos, please recommend us to them. Our videos seem to get a reasonable amount of watch time. We just don't have that many people subscribing. So please subscribe. Thanks. Bye for now.